to this crazy thing called life and my journey through it. Yes. I was thinking earlier when I was taking my shower about how at times we are faced with roadblocks in the middle of our road. And I'm driving, so I'm not going to be looking at the camera. But anyway, we are faced with roadblocks in the middle of our road sometimes. And we could get to that roadblock, that big wall, and we could just sit down and say, okay, this is the end. We're done. Or we could figure out how to get around it, over it, through it, whatever. But as I was sitting there thinking, we don't want to ever go under a roadblock, because you don't know how far down that goes. You don't know how deep it goes down. And then once you're under there, you don't know how wide it's going to be to get out from under it. This is the area where we go into depression. This is the area where you can become suicidal. We don't want that. We don't want in that area. We can go to one side or the other and try to go around it. We never know how far the walls go. You don't know how long you're going to have to walk along the side of this problem and try to figure out how to get around this thing. You don't want to go through it because you don't want to get sucked into your problem, because you'll be there forever sometimes. So the best way I have figured out is go over your problem. Go over your problem. Yeah, you may get up on this wall and you may slide down. You may slide down this wall and then you have to start all over again. Well, you just pick up and you start over. And you may go up and down this wall, but every time you may get a little bit further, and every time you here's a handhold, here's a foothold, and eventually you're going to get to the top. Now then, you don't know how wide this hole is, or this wall is, so you are going to have to walk on top of this wall. Now, you don't want to get close to the edge, because if you get close to the edge, you can fall off, and then you have to start all over again. So you want to stay towards the middle of the wall, and you want to fight through whatever, there may be things that come at you, but stay on top of that wall. Eventually, you're going to get to the end of that wall. And when you do, you're either going to have a slide, and it's going to be all downhill, and you can get down, and everything's going to be fine. Or you may have to fight to get out of it. You may have to struggle to get down. You may have to climb that steep wall down. But eventually, you're going to get down, and you're going to be stronger. But I have learned through this when I was sitting there thinking about this, because I always said you want to either find, you can either go over it, under it, around it, or through it. But then all this came into, it just hit me. Depression is under it. You don't want to get sucked into the problem and be there forever. You don't want to ever be in that, and you just can't find your way out. You don't want to stay alongside your problem so much as to where it's hard for you to ever get through it. So you always want to go over your problems. You want to rise above your problems and fight fight with everything you have to get over that problem. So anyway, that was my, and as I was thinking all this, I actually had a visual of this wall, like this big brick wall. And as I was seeing, everything in steps is what I was talking about, I seen every bit of it playing out in my head. So you don't want to go under it, through it, or around it. You always want to get over your problems. You want to come up and rise above your problems. And that way you will come out victorious, and the struggles that you go through to get over that will make you stronger in the long run. So when you're going through on that road of life, and all of a sudden that big problem, that big rock wall or brick wall hits in front of you, the roadblock, sit there for a minute, look up, down, and from side to side, but never go under, through, or around. Always go above your problems. And I've got to take that. I don't know why that hit me today. I had been thinking about this for a long time, and I always said you want to go through, under, or over, but I never really got the concept of all this until today. So go over your problems. You may have to stop for just a minute to kind of get your game plan going and figure out what you're going to do. But don't stay there too long. Don't let that be the end. Get your rope, your gear, whatever you got to go or got to do to go over, and go over. That was just my little aha moment today while I was taking a shower. That's just how things come to me sometimes. But anyway, have a great day, and you can join in on this journey called life with me, and all the struggles and the chaos and everything, and we can learn how to get through it together, because nobody is ever alone. We can all learn how to get through things together. We can stick together and pull through as a team. But when you're alone and you have to fight through things, never be one of these people that think that they have to fight through something alone. Find somebody that can help you and support you. So have a great day. I got to get in here and get some prescriptions and a bunch of other stuff that I forgot the other day. And I will be seeing y'all later. Bye.